Welcome to my channel. Oh, welcome to my hotel room. I am currently in Myanmar in Burma. I am here on holiday. I've been here for almost 2 weeks now and I am really excited to shoot this video and share these tips with you. It's going to be another self-portraits ideas video for introverts and more specifically when you don't know what to do with your hands, because that can be a really tough pickle that you kind of don't know what to do with your hands when the camera turns on. So hopefully these ideas are going to be actionable and easy to implement immediately in your photos and will give you some inspiration and motivation to take some fun photos. Now, before we start, I just wanted to quickly say that, of course, being an introvert, it's not something black and white. Everybody is like a complex mix of how much introverted you are and how extroverted you are. But I chose that in the title because I do think that if you are more introverted, or maybe you enjoy solitude and you're not somebody who's naturally want to be in the spotlight or are sensitive to maybe being judged or criticized, taking a self-portrait and especially sharing it online, it can feel quite scary and daunting, and thinking, oh, if my friends will see it or family will see it, what will they think? And that is why I am doing this video, and I want to share these tips with you and encourage you to go after that, because that is exactly the journey I've gone through, and it's just made me so much more self-confident and empowered me, and there's so much value in it. And also then just documenting your life and learning to take your own self-portraits and your own photos. There is so much joy to be found in that. Let's get right into the tips. The first idea is to use a mirror and take the whole mirror selfie to the next level. It's something that we've seen so many times before, but I think the reason why it's so popular and still being done so much is because you don't need to have a photographer. You can just take the selfie or self-portrait of yourself via the mirror because it's reflective. And here then it's really about how you can make it very aesthetic and nice all around, and the kind of angle, and also how you can use a mirror in a more creative way and have an image in an image in an image. Oh, I got all out of breath just from speaking because it is very warm here. I'm not used to speaking in this kind of climate. Okay, calm down, calm down. So the next idea is what I like to... Oh. Okay, this is not a good idea. The next idea is what I like to call the hair tussle, or channel your inner shampoo commercial goddess. So when you don't know what to do with your hands, one of my go-tos is to just tussle my hair a little, mess it up, or just, I don't know, touch my hair in a non-creepy way. If you have your hair loose, you can kind of fix it and pretend to not really notice the camera. No, okay, I'm not. Oh, I don't dare to jump from it. Fun fact, I'm filming this like super close to a sprinkler, and I think it's now expanding very close to my camera. The next idea is to fiddle with your clothes. So if you have a dress on or a shirt on, you can use that for your awkward hands and not knowing where to put them, to just kind of adjust it a little bit or tuck it in a little bit. I've especially used this for this kind of photos that are only showing my feet. So then I guess it kind of portrays some kind of an shyness or awkwardness or maybe a vulnerability that is sometimes really nice to have in certain type of photos. Well, hello there. I don't know, I'm like in this one hotel room. I'm trying to find like different creative ways to be here, but this is what I have to work with. Anyways, the next idea is what I like to call hide and seek, which is basically just to use your hands and cover up your face. And I was looking through some of my photos, or my old photos yesterday, and I realized I have used this a lot in my photos, but I think it's just because it's such an easy one. Like if you don't really have a prop or anything what to do with your hands, and you're not like super feeling into the whole posing game of the face, then that's just such a good go-to. And maybe it's also something about kind of sneakily wanting that attention and being in the photo yourself, but at the same time not too much, so you kind of delete your face from it. And it actually also brings me to another topic that I want to announce, or very excited to tell you that I am partnering with Audible for this video. This is my first YouTube partnership, so I am really thankful. Thank you, Audible, for sponsoring this video. And there I am listening to a book called Quiet by Susan Cain, which is about being an introvert in a very loud world where it's mostly dominated by extroverted personality types, or I think our culture is kind of showing that that is how you have to be able to be successful, loud and the one who hustles and bustles and like, So it's really interesting to listen to this book. And Audible, if you don't know it already, they have tons of podcasts, audiobooks, news, and you can sign up for a free trial. And so you just go to audible.com/Kika or text the word Kika to 500 500 to try it out. And then you get one title that you can just download on your phone, and you can listen to it also offline. That is what I've done on the plane on the way over here, and also on the beach, you know, holiday. But it's really interesting. I did this test in the audiobook where there's basically 20 statements, and then you have to say like true or false for each one. So to kind of, it's like an informal test to see how extroverted or introverted you are. It's not like scientific, but it's still kind of fun to try it out. And I scored 14 introverted, 6 extroverted. So yeah, I guess that's like 30% is my maths right there. Anyways, and it made me think just about like why it is that I've started to do these self-portraits, but often I kind of hide in them, or it's not even, I don't want to maybe show like that much private stuff from my real life, that it's all kind of staged. And I think that's also maybe some kind of a defense thing, and like shyness, and I'm afraid of being judged and sensitive, I don't know. So it's just like really interesting. So I definitely recommend you check out Audible. They have so many interesting titles. So just go to audible.com/Kika or text the word Kika to 500 500. The next idea is to carry something, because let's face it, we all have some baggage. Again, here is just more about finding something to do with your hands. So carrying something or holding something in your hands, if that's a bag or a flower or a teacup, just gives you some kind of meaning and purpose. And again, it's kind of a nice relief, because then the spotlight is not really on you, but it's more about what you're holding or what you're carrying around with you. The next one is movement. So this is something that a lot of, you know, fashion magazines and like models will use, where you either walk or you run or jump or twirl around, and just put some movement in your body, so it's not so static and you don't have to think so much about where you should place your hands. The next idea is to imagine that you have an invisible friend, which is sort of weird, but basically either imagine that you're holding somebody's hand, or you're twirling an invisible dress, or you're reaching for something. So those are ideas that will give your hands something to do, and you do have to use your imagination a little bit for that one. The last idea is to do an artsy face framing and strike a pose and channel your inner diva, and to actually use your hands more in a decorative manner. Okay, the birds got very loud when I started to talk. Hello. To use your hands in a more decorative manner, so they don't really have to have a meaning, but it's just more to kind of frame your face. All right, the sun is setting down here in Burma, and that means that this video is now a wrap. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more of my huge wave. If you'd like to see more of my photos, come say hi. I'm Kika on Instagram. Okay, take care, you guys, and see you back in Europe. Bye!